Hi guys, I'm Paul the Motor Guy. Now many of you know being seen on a motorcycle is very important. But not only being seen from the front, but also from the back, especially when you're braking. Now I've been to a lot of accidents where motorcycles have been rear-ended from the back.
That's true. That is true.
So I wanted to put some saddlebag lights on my 2018 Indian Chieftain to add more light to the rear. So I want to thank Custom Dynamics for sending me their low profile saddlebag lights. So let's take a look and see what's inside. So here we have the lights. So you see you have the plug here. This is a true plug and play. I'll show you the adapter here in a minute. They come in red like I have here, and they also come in smoke as well. I went with the red because I think it's going to match my bike a little better. So this here is a harness. It's going to plug between the harness that's on your bike now under the seat. And you see here these tabs here actually for the saddlebag lights. One for each side. You can see also they come with a quick connect. That way when you have to take your saddlebags off, it's easier to take off and you don't have to take your seat off. Here they have some cord management. They have zip ties. I'll show you, we're going to install these as well to help you keep your cords and your wires in line. Now what this is here is that chrome piece that goes down the center of the saddlebag. Because when you put these lights on, it's going to take up space. So the ones that's on there now are going to be too long. So they actually send you these shorter ones here. So if you want to put these back on your saddlebags, you can. Now I'm very excited about adding more light to the back of my bike. So I'm going to go out, get these installed, and we're going to see how they look. All right, guys, so I have my saddlebag lights on, as well as my new molding. Let me start by telling you how I did this. So the first thing I did was took off the old molding. So how I did that was I had a blow dryer and some fishing line. I put the fishing line behind the molding, heated up the molding as I worked the fishing line down until I was able to get off the molding. And I cleaned this area real good, and also the area where I wanted to put the lights. All right, guys, now before you mount the lights, you want to make sure that your saddlebag lid is all the way closed. You don't want to have your lights too high, and then when you close your saddlebag lid, it's hitting the lights. Now, it really wasn't much putting on these lights. The biggest thing is you have to make sure that you clean the surface real good and that you have your lights lined up to where they're not going to be hit by your saddlebag lid when you close it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off my saddlebags, I'm going to run my wires behind my saddlebags and do my wire management, and then I'm going to show you what that looks like. All right, guys, so I've taken my saddlebags off. I have my wires ran with my wire management. I want to kind of let you see what it looked like. So as you can see here, I clean this off first with alcohol pad. And then I put these stickies on. They have zip ties that they give you. Then you can go through and zip tie this wire down. So I made it where it's not too snug here on the end because I don't want it to accidentally maybe get pulled out over time. But I kind of ran it through, zip tied it on. That's it, guys, pretty simple. All right, guys, now, so before I put these saddlebags on, I went ahead and hooked up my wire harness. So it's pretty simple. So this is the wire harness here that Custom Dynamics gave. This is the wire harness that sits on the bike. I unplugged it. I plugged in the wire harness in between the two. That's pretty much it. So now I'm gonna put my saddlebags back on. I'm gonna connect everything, and we'll see how these things look. All right, guys, so we got all the lights installed, got the saddlebags back on, got the seat back on, so let's check it out. Now, one thing about the Indian, if you don't have the smart triple play adapter, all you're going to get is the run and the brake. So let's check it out. That's the brake. Again, that's the run. And that's the brake. Now, if you want to have the run, the brake, and the turn signal, you have to get that smart triple play adapter, which I do plan on getting in the future, but for right now, this is how I'm going to run it. Now, if you want to get more light to the back of your bike, I highly recommend you getting these saddlebag lights from Custom Dynamics. Now, until next time, practice, 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 and ride safe.